Welcome back to Empowering You with me, Alvin Atkinson, here on WSNC 90.5 FM. We're continuing our conversation today with some more guests from Forsyth County. And in fact, there's a special session coming to the Forsyth County Library System on a topic called expungement. And we have two representatives from the county to talk with us. Please welcome Ms. Melissa Stuckey, who is a JD candidate in the class of 2026 from Wake Forest University School of Law, and the one and only Judge Denise Hartsfield, a retired Forsyth County District Court judge and an adjunct professor of law and pro bono projects at Wake Forest School of Law. Wow, what an opening for the both of you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Well, as I mentioned, there's a special session on expungement, and we need our listeners to know, Judge, what is expungement?
Expungement is a legal process by which you may be able to clear your criminal record of all or some of the charges that you may have acquired. The program is designed to help people in Forsyth County to be able to look at their criminal record and to discern what things are eligible for expungement, which is the process of coming out. The thing that I want to say more importantly here than anything I'll probably say today is this. You may not even know or think that you have a criminal record, because your criminal record may actually have been dismissed, or something may have happened to it in the process of whenever you got a charge. But it's important for people to remove even those things that found them not guilty, that were dismissed by the DA, that they may have done deferred prosecution, that were not entered as guilty pleas. They still need to come off your record. Why? Because when employers look at your record, they often don't read to the end. They often don't see what the disposition of the case was. For example, it may be misdemeanor larceny from 1920. For 2020 or some period, and when they see it, they just see misdemeanor larceny. They never go to the end to see what the disposition was. So that's why you need to come in and get even those things that you were acquitted of, or that the county or the state dismissed, off your record.
So then, that's really something that might apply to many more folks than you think, and so this is why this is being done here in our county. And what is that process?
The process is an application to the county and then to the state of North Carolina to submit a form called an expungement form that actually writes down the things that are on your criminal record that are eligible for removal. So the process is come to a clinic, get your record pulled, give us permission to pull your criminal record. Let's see what's on your criminal record. Then let's assess what things are eligible to come off that record. Then submit that paperwork to the clerk's office in Forsyth County first, and then on to the state of North Carolina.
Oh, wow. So then, Melissa, then there's this project that we have that is really focused on this. Can you give us some details about that?
Yeah, so at Wake Forest University School of Law, we have a pro bono project that offers free expungement services. Me and 3 other project coordinators work to organize these community events to intake clients and get their permission to pull records. And we go through the process of doing all of this work for people, so that way they can rest assured that whatever is on their record, we will do whatever we can to get it off.
And when is the date?
Yeah, so we have our next intake event at the Forsyth County Public Library Central, Saturday, April 5th, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay, Saturday, April 5th, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Forsyth County Central Library. And we're talking with Judge Hartsfield and Melissa, who is a second-year law student at Wake Forest. And the question is, what do people need to bring to the event?
We don't require people to bring anything to events. It is helpful to have the Social Security number, which most people tend to have memorized. We do also have a spot for driver's license, but criminal records can affect the people's abilities to have driver's license. So if there are clients who don't have a license, we can still do all of the paperwork and do all of the forms without that. Other than that, people just need to show up and give us their information, and then they can be on their way, and we'll handle everything from there.
So how long does it take for the expungement to happen?
That depends.
Okay.
We're talking statutes, we're talking government, and we're talking some pretty basic things as it relates to how things happen. Number one, all of this is controlled by a North Carolina general statute that deals with the expungement process. So you got to think about the kinds of things that may appear on a criminal record. You may have felonies, you may have misdemeanors, you may have cases that are a certain amount of years old, and all of that dictates which ones may be eligible for expungement. The criminal offenses that appear that you were found not guilty or that you were guilty of that have not been taken off your record may take a little longer because that process is different. That process requires some affidavits, some signatures, and some other things to be expunged from your record. So each case is different. The ones that come off the quickest are generally not guilties, dismissals, and deferrals that were made in the county of Forsyth while you were in court. Those come out the quickest. The statute now gives us the ability to do most of those or all of those at one time, which is a big change from the way it was 15 years ago. But now you can get those off your record in one fell swoop, whether or not they occurred under the same transaction or occurrence or not, and those come off pretty quickly.
Great. Yes, Melissa.
I did want to add that the statute allows for dismissals to be expunged at multiple points. So if somebody has already gotten an expungement with us but has since gotten a dismissed charge, they can come back to us and we can still offer our services for that new charge.
Well, so then the real benefit then is if you don't know, you need to come and partake and get support to find out what the situation is. Then my next question deals with how long, well, let's give the date again. When is this event taking place?
It's taking place on Saturday, April 5th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Forsyth County Central Library here in Winston-Salem.
Okay, and how can individuals find out about more information about the event?
Well, we have an email that people can reach out to us directly at. It is lawexpng at WFU, as in Wake Forest University, .edu. People can also search on Google on their phone for the Wake Forest Pro Bono Project. And on that homepage, there will be an email address for the project in general. And any emails that they get that are regarding expungements, they forward to us, and we can communicate with people that way.
Great. And Judge, I want you to, again, tell the importance of doing this, because citizenship, your ability to be a true citizen is impacted by this.
Your ability to be a true citizen is impacted by this, but your ability to get a job, your ability to be able to stay in some public housing, your ability to be able to apply for scholarships if you're a person who has acquired and is looking to go to college, nursing degrees, law degrees, all of them check your criminal record. So it impacts every phase, including your financial record as well. These kinds of things will transfer into every area of your life. And I always say the criminal record is the gift that keeps on giving. So you got to remember, I started off by saying employers, often don't read the criminal record to the end. And just like for finances, there are actually 3 engines in the world that actually you can pull your criminal record up on. So the criminal record, and I want to say this again, we only look at Forsyth County cases.
Okay.
We only look at Forsyth County cases. We may be able to give you some guidance as it relates to other counties in North Carolina and maybe even some out-of-state counties, but we can only do Forsyth County cases. So cleaning up your Forsyth County record may not be the total end to what your work history or what your criminal history actually looks like, because you may have stuff in other jurisdictions as well.
Awesome. Well, I just want to thank you both for bringing this to Empowering You and sharing this with our community, because as you said, it impacts all areas of your life. And so, again, Melissa, give us that date and time and location.
It's Saturday, April 5th from 11 a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. So a 4-hour window at the in Winston-Salem at the Forsyth County Public Central Library.
Great. And thanks again to both of you.
Thank you for having us.